Okay, that's on. And then go back to that. All right. Huh. Sometimes I move the camera closer, but that's okay. We're going to leave it a little bit far away. Okay. I know you can't see me up close, but that's okay. We're just going to start this. I'll start with a namaste. All right, so welcome, and let's actually start with 3 ohms. Why not? I love doing that sometimes, especially because we're a nice little intimate group, and you all have taken my class a ton of times. So we'll do 3 ohms, opening up the vibration, or the vibration opening up the heart center and opening up the navel center. So beginning to just work with our breath and remembering that we want to open up the intuition and that part of the heart wisdom, which is tuning into what your internal resonance is speaking to you. Especially with poses, you can allow that intuition to turn on. Also, the intelligence of the navel, that place. So utilizing these different places of body wisdom with our minds this morning to practice our awareness exercises, breathing exercises, and body exercises. So we'll do 3 ohms and then we'll do some breathing. So let's do some pranayama this morning. We'll do the box breathing, which is that nice long inhalation into the heart, navel, front ribs, back ribs, up into the armpits. There's a hold, comfortable hold, 2 to 3 seconds. Exhalation through the navel, Uddiyana Bandha, pressing out all the air at the base of the lungs, utilizing your abs to stabilize the core. Hold on that completion of the exhale. Remember, if you can do that 2 to 3 seconds, 4 seconds, that's great. Relaxing the navel, and then a deep breath in, and then our cycle repeats. Couple things to do. Remember to count the breath. That will help collect your attention into this meditation. Also, stay tuned into the living sensations of the body. Make sure that you're comfortable through our breathing exercise. And thirdly, use that prana meditation that you're breathing in sunlight and moonlight into every cell of the body, so that you're allowing yourself to open up to the intention and your imagination of connecting to the environmental chi, which is invisible, but that as we bring our attention on it, we can actually feel that sense of nourishment on the inhale, that sense of detoxification and letting go of tensions and metabolic things that our body doesn't need on the exhalation. So let's begin. Remember to find your own flow and rhythm, and I might even drop out just to do some breathing exercises with you. So start with that nice long inhalation in through the nose, and as you breathe in through the nose, feel the breath move into the heart and all the way down into the navel, all the way up into the armpits, and then pause, count the breath. On the exhalation, navel draws in, Uddiyana Bandha, as you pull that navel in, feeling that you're pressing more of the lung or more of the air out the base of the lungs, and then holding. Count the breath. Never thirsty, so once you feel like you want breathing, let the belly relax again, and then repeat that. I'm going to do a couple rounds with you just to help me drop deeper in with you all. Some pieces that can help you is that when you inhale, notice if you can feel the side ribs expanding side to side, that your intercostal muscles will open up to bring more oxygen into the ribs. Hold that expansion on the top of the inhale, but relax the muscles of the face and relax the jaw, relax the shoulders. The exhalation happens through the navel, where you're pulling the navel in, pressing more of the air out, stabilizing the core. Imagine that you're glowing with moonlight or sunlight. Hold the breath, and then the navel relaxes, and then counting the breath again. There's that hold at the top of the inhale, almost as if you feel that front of the body from the heart to the waistline expands and gets longer as you've pulled more air in, and that the ribs have moved out to the side. Again, when you find your exhale, Uddiyana Bandha, pull the navel in, helping us work, massaging the intestines, working out more of the air at the lung. Feel the lengthening through the back of the neck on the exhalation. Hold after exhale. Belly releases. Let's do 2 more rounds. When you find your inhalation, counting that length of the inhale. Imagining that you're pulling in sunlight or moonlight into the body, to every cell of the body drinking in that prana. There's a hold. Really focus on that quality of the body glowing with prana and chi. The exhalation through the navel, still focusing your mind on that intention of sensing your vitality shining out of the body. At the close of the exhale, hold the breath, counting it, and we'll do 1 more round. The navel relaxes. Deep breath in as if you're breathing environmental chi. Every cell of the body illuminated. The top of the breath, hold. Feel that breath expanding. Maybe even sip a little bit more breath in through the nose. Feel the ribs open side to side. The body glowing. The exhalation through the navel, pulling it in. Shoulders dropping, face relaxing. Navel holds as you have completed the exhalation. Still focusing on the body glowing. And then relaxing that navel and taking a natural breath in. All right, nice pranayama session. Let's start standing. Let's do some nice standing opening poses. Come to standing with your feet about hip width apart. And let's do spotlight. All right, so feet are actually wider than hip width apart. Tailbone drops, so utilize those abs to get that rotation through the pelvic girdle. Start with your hands on the hips, and then use your imagination to visualize that light shining from the tailbone through the central channel out through the crown of the head. And then let's go ahead and let's start with a more upright, spiraling, circling motion. So if we stay more upright, we're going to work with more of the torso. Oh, I love it. I can't forget for us to do the neck check, because that always makes me happy. All right, hands on the hips. Turn your head casually to the right and left. Tune into where your tension is, where you feel tightness. So for me, it really feels tight when I look to the left. Yeah, tightness on the right side of my neck. Okay, so you tuned in. Let's return to spotlight. Go ahead and circle. Remember, your light's shining onto the ceiling above you. Circle an oval shape of light, and as you breathe, find a range of motion and a speed that works for you. So you're moving your hips, in a way that as I move my hips forward, I'm arching a little bit back. And then as I move my hips back, I'm leaning my heart a little bit forward. Come back up and then reverse the direction. Oh yeah, you all look good. Yes, good. Looks great. Take a breath in and exhale, moving. Okay, we're going to add the right arm is up and open through the fingertips. Remember, the arm could be straight, elbow could be bent, arm could be a little bit forward if you have any shoulder tension or things that are happening in the shoulder. And then return to circling. So as you move, this time we can drop a little bit further down if that feels good for you. It'll get a little bit more into the low back. So breathing into that. Remember to slow down in areas that your body wants more attention. For me, my low back is tight this morning. I've been digging in the garden. I woke up and I'm like, oh, I need low back. Stretching. You're going to pause, reverse the direction, breathing in. I've even bent my elbow quite deep because I really am wanting to focus on my low back. Oh, gosh. Okay, I'll straighten my arm for one more deep breath in. Okay, come back up. Left arm up. Arm is straight up or elbow bent. I'll start with straight arm, see how that feels. That feels pretty good. Breathing into that. So remember to find a range of motion and a speed that works. Linger. This is for the side ribs. Looks good. You're going to pause and reverse the direction one more time. Deep breath in. Okay. Circling. Come back up to center. Hands to the hips. Look to the right and left. All right. Hopefully there's a little bit more ease. Maybe that sense of some oiledness in our necks. Let's do cat and cow. So come into the knees bent position, hands placed on the thighs. Low back opens. The back is in a gentle back bend. Take a breath in. Now let's work with Uddiyana Bandha. Pull the navel in, arching, and hold that there. Really feel your navel draw in. Belly drops, looking forward. Yeah, looks great. Exhale, pull the navel in and arch. Oh, I can feel the tightness. Opening. Exhale, pull the navel in. All right, slowly come up. Let's do some rolling through the spinal cord in a standing forward bend. Remember, this is an Uttanasana, and then we're moving back and forth. You don't have to go far. So what I'm saying is start with your feet comfortably hip width apart. Could even be wider. I'm going to go a little bit wider. And then what I'm doing is just letting the hands drop forward and down. My legs drop only as far as it feels good for you. It might be a quarter way, it might be halfway, it might be hands all the way to the floor or block. Pause there. Then we're going to let the knees, maybe slight bend, imperceptible bend, slowly roll up. Yeah, yes, looks good. And then again, take a deep breath in, lengthening up. It could even be arms floating up and overhead. As you exhale, you can slowly move forward and down, or just let the hands slide down the leg into a forward bend. Relax the head. See if you can pause here and feel your hips lean a little bit back. And then lean a little forward and then a little bit back towards the heels. Knees slightly bent, rolling up. Good. One more time. Arms either out to the side and up, forward and up. And then as you exhale, they can go out to the side and down or forward and down. Standing forward bend, but we're moving. We'll stay here, heels ground, so move your hips a little bit back. If you're halfway down, just lean your hips back. Ooh, that feels good. Relax the head. And then slowly, knees are off lock, roll up vertebrae by vertebrae, just to give some massage to that spine. Right foot forward, Left leg back. Remember to grab a chair if you have one. You could use a chair. That left heel is lifted. And then we're going to go for that quad stretch. I like facing forward. Let's see if I can come a little bit closer. The right foot is forward. Left heel is up if you can. Feel your hips look forward. The right arm is up. Left hand could be to the hip. You're going to lean a little bit to, left arm is up. Right hand to the hip. Lean to your right. I'm like, I don't feel the stretch. So we're breathing here. Maybe that heel begins to move back and forth. That's an option, not a necessity. Remember, it could be more upright and just breathing there. Use a chair if you need to. What I'm hoping for is if you can get that heel moving up and down, that you're going to get some stretch in that left quad. Breathing into that. Which is working that meridian that helps the allergies. So maybe I'll help you a little, Michelle. Okay, one more breath into that. Oh gosh, that feels great. Come back to center. Keep the legs as is. I'll give you that side view. Okay, so the heel can drop. Right foot is forward. We're holding the box, not block. I'm fine with the hands on the hips, but what I'm wanting you to work with this pose is a hamstring stretch. So why I'm having you hold the box is we're going to drop down. Remember, it could be just a quarter way, maybe halfway. I want you to feel some challenge to that right leg. The inhale coming up. Yes, looks good. Yeah, with the elbows connected to the side ribs, just keeps your shoulders down, and it's a good position for the shoulders. Oh, that feels great. Inhale coming up. Pause for a second. I'm going to give you a visual. We're going to drop down, and then if you can, you're going to turn a little bit to the right. So I gave you a visual that way. So if I'm dropping down, then I'm turning a little bit to the right. My spinal cord is twisting, and what's going to happen is we're going to put more tension and more stretch into the lateral hamstring, which is terrific. So, oh good, some of you are already doing that. Yes, quarter way down or halfway down, and then turn, and then inhale, come up. So it's a little bit more complex, but I know that you all can do this. You're dropping, don't drop too far, turn to the right, and then maybe drop more. Wow, you'll even get maybe a calf stretch. Inhale, come up. I want to do 3 more of those. So we're dropping, we're turning, and that could be enough. And then I'm dropping deeper just because, oh gosh, my left calf is so tight. So that's 1 out of 3. We're going to drop again, turn a little bit to the right. Yes, good. Drop a little bit deeper if you can maintain your balance only. Yeah, if you lose your balance, you just stay where you are. Come back up. 1 more time. We're going to drop, turn, and then drop a little bit more. Oh gosh. And then slowly come up. This is when I'm hoping that you have blocks. If you don't, remember, I hope you use books or cardboard boxes. I don't. Get creative. This is Parsvottanasana, my favorite poses, one of my favorite poses. If you don't have yoga props, remember to take the hands on the leg and lift up and then hold that, right? I don't want you to fall over. If you feel like you're falling over, then you're not using enough of your abs. All right, so those are ideas to work with. Breathing, yes, see what works for you. You could use a chair. Sometimes forearms on a chair would work too. What we're working is a nice hamstring stretch for that right leg. Since Nadia's here and Miriam's here, remember to bend that right knee, and just for a moment, lift the left leg off the floor, relax the head. That's for the medial hamstring. You might like that. Oh, good. Good. Anyone else who likes that, well, you can do that. That's that medial hamstring. Good. Ekapada Uttanasana. Oh, I love that one. All right, drop that foot. Left foot drops back down. Slowly roll up vertebrae by vertebrae. Wow. And come back, step the feet together, and pause for a moment. Oh, I'm happy. My back is getting more open. Left foot forward, right foot back. I'm going to face the camera. And if you can, use a chair. Hands could be to the hip. Let's see, which way are we going? Yeah, that's it. Right arm is up if you can, leaning to your left. Remember to feel the hips looking forward. Breathing into that, just lengthening for me on this side. Wow, this side, my right leg is just extremely tight. I'm getting a terrific stretch on that right thigh. If I'm leaning, gives me a little bit more. Breathing, oh, you know what? You're gonna find a range of motion that feels good for you. So even if it was just a slight 2-inch bend to the side, if you can, move that heel back and forth. Our neighbors are doing gardening. Breathing in and breathing out. Oh my goodness. Remember, some of you might like to challenge yourself more, interlacing the fingertips, leaning to the side, heel moving. That's pretty strong, but I get a lot more stretch. So breathing into that right quad. Wow. Okay, my leg's almost tired. Let's come back to dropping the heel, going into hold the box. So as if we were holding a box or a tray. Take note of this left hip really swinging back. Open your feet wider to get that hip, really pulling that left hip as far back as you can. Left knee is off lock, and then remember to drop forward and down. And we're just dropping as far as you get a good challenge in that left hamstring. Inhale, come up. We're going to do that about 4 times. So as you exhale, only go as far down as you can really maintain your balance. I can go pretty far to hold my stability. Yeah, looks good. I love it that I can see all you doing that. Exhale, dropping down. That's 3. We're going to do 1 more, and then we're going to do the twist with it. So this is actually getting more of the central hamstring, actualizing it. I was thinking of that word. That's not what I'm really thinking about. Okay, or the word choice. Let's do our twist. We're going to drop forward only a couple inches. Now as you turn to the left and then drop forward, this is more of your lateral hamstring. And then, oh, that feels so good. Inhale, lift up. We're doing about 5 of these. If it gets too much, just keep center or just stop when you need to. Exhale, and twisting and dropping. Wow. Inhale, you'll come up. Remember, dropping, twisting, that could be enough, and then you're just holding it. Some of you might drop a little bit further. Oh, that feels so good. Last 2, drop, twist. It is similar to twisted half moon, which is what also works that lateral hamstring. Okay, last one. You're going to drop, twist a little bit, keep that right heel grounded as you twist. Oh, that feels so good. Now we're going to hold the pose. So as you take the hands to the thigh, that knee could be slightly bent. Remember, Victoria, that might be a good variation, just hands to the thigh, knee deeply bent. Some of you might be more holding the ankle or the shin. Some of you who have blocks, you might use blocks and take your hands to blocks. Breathe into that. Oh, my neck relaxes. What I did was I really felt my left hip swing back. That stretches more of my left hamstring, breathing into that. If you relax your head, that might add more stretch. And breathing into the back of your left leg. Everyone looks terrific. Remember, some of you, like Nadia and Miriam, like to bend that front knee, and the right hip opens, the right leg lifts. This is for the medial hamstring. So now the stretch will go a little bit into the inner left thigh. I even am bending my right knee. I'm flaring my right hip open. As I rotate my right hip open, that's going to get more stretch into that medial hamstring. Oh, it feels so good. Okay, let's drop that foot down and then slowly roll up vertebrae by vertebrae, come all the way up, and then step the feet together. Oh my. Okay, let's do a little bit of focus on the shoulder girdle. So take the hands to the tops of the shoulders. Please circle the elbows at, again, a range of motion that feels good for you. Circle them forward, and then bring the elbows towards you in front of the heart, and then pull them back. Oh gosh. Forward and back, and then let's do our angel wings, or fingertips open. Reach the arms up, and then let the hands move into a Y. Open the chest muscle right through that area. Oh gosh, yes. Thumbs drop. We call it an internal rotation at the shoulder structure. Pull the arms back. Muscles in the back of the shoulder stretch. Thumbs hitchhike. Pull the arms back. Knees are off lock. Reach the arms up. Y. Thumbs drop. Pull it back. Thumbs open, pull it back. Interlace the fingertips or just rest the hands at the low back and feel the tailbone drop and the lengthening through the heart and the elbows open, right? So you can feel that. Some of you might interlace the fingertips and pull the hands up. Shoulders drop, breathing into that. Wow, that feels terrific for me. As you stay here, remember whether it's the hands on the low back and the elbows out or interlacing the fingertips, feel the heels lift for a moment. Wow. And then they drop. Heels lift for a second and drop them. Heels lift for a second, which is not easy on rug. I moved my feet a little bit wider and I got a little bit more stability. Oh, okay. Whew. Release that. One more for the shoulder structure. So you'll bend your right elbow, bring the arm up. Your left hand comes to the outer edge, and what you're going to do is you're going to feel your arm press out to the side, but this left hand is going to pull it in towards the midline. So press the right elbow out to the side, and then the left hand pulls it in. So I'm feeling the right arm as if there's energy through it. I'm not just moving my arm without giving it resistance. This is going to help you stretch. You won't maybe feel it too much, but if you press it out, you're going to get some stretch in the back of the shoulder. Remember, the elbow could be lower. Right. To go to the other side, the left elbow bends. So it's a little bit of cactus tree, could even be dropped below the shoulder blade. Right hand goes to the outer edge of the shoulder. Pause to make sure the knees are bent and the tailbone's dropped. You want stability in your core a little bit turned on, and then we're going to return to that movement. I'm going to check y'all out. Yes, looks good. Left elbow presses out. Keep that pressure moving out and really give it resistance as you pull it in. We're going to do two more. Elbow presses out and then pull it in. One more time. Elbow presses out and then pull it in. Oh, gosh. Right hand reaches up. Hand is behind the head. Knees are bent, tailbone tucks, lifting up. So press the right hand into the head and feel the right elbow press out. So I'm just, left arm wraps around the kidney line, kidney band here, and then you're just breathing in. I'm pressing my head back as I press my hand into the head. So you're going to get some activation in the front shoulder joint and the muscles around the front shoulder joint. Oh, that feels good. You could bring it a little bit further. Elbow reaches a little bit further up. My wrist is now on the back of the head, but I'm still doing hand, right wrist pressing into the head as I press my head back. So do some resistance. Switch. The right arm wraps around the back of the kidney area. Left arm is up. Left hand in the back of the head. Press your hand into the head. Very subtle work. Knees are off lock. And then press back so the head moves back and the hand presses into the head. Yes, yes. Looks good. Breathing into it. It's very subtle work, but we do a lot of computer work, or we read, or however there's tightness in our shoulders. We sit a lot. Take the left elbow higher up, and maybe it's the wrist on the back of the head. Oh, my cat's hanging out. Hello, Makua. Wrist presses into the back of the head. Head presses back. Breathing in. Well, thank you for joining us, Makua. All right, one more time. Okay, release that. Let's go back to our standing set here. Right foot forward, left leg back, arms open. We'll go for classical triangle pose. So right hips could be looking forward, right? So the hips could be more flat. I'm going to take more of that corner. Either one will work. And then feel the left hip release, and then the right hand reach over the right leg and rest somewhere on the thigh or below the knee. So here we are in triangle. Yes, good. And Victoria, if you had that knee deeply bent, that's fine. Yeah, or slight bend. We're breathing. The leg more straight will be different. This is when I love to have blocks. So if I have blocks and I put blocks behind my leg, oh, it's a different stretch. I love that. So let's play with classical triangle with my hip a little bit curled over. You could have your hip in another position, breathing into that. And my right leg is different from my left leg, so this one feels great for my medial hamstring. Breathing in, yes, yes. Looks good. Oh, everyone looks great. Breath moves into that right leg. Oh, it feels so good. If you like, you're going to take that left arm, wave it behind you. The chest opens, and then you could look forward or look down. Oh, gosh. Okay, bend that front knee. Slowly come up. Go straight to the other side. Left toes out, right toes in. Arms are up. Feel the right hip release. Leverage your weight over the left thigh. Hand drops to the left leg. Choose any arm position. I'm taking my arm up and overhead. This time I'm just using my leg to rest on it. Oh, and this is because it's different on my left side. Even if I used blocks, my left leg stretches a little bit differently. Yeah. Oh, there we go. No, I am getting my medial hamstring. That feels great. Okay, so you're breathing into that. You can play with the torso, how far your chest opens. I'm actually playing with some stretch in my side ribs, which is moving into the lats. The lats drop all the way down to the low back. Oh, that feels great. Okay, one more deep breath in. Oh, here we go. There we go. Oh, such a great stretch. Let's come back up. Outer edge of the feet are parallel, so stay in your wide angle with the legs, and then take the hands to the hips. Hips turn a little bit to the right. Drop the hands down the right leg. If you have blocks, you can rest your hands on blocks. Some of you are very flexible. Hands come to the ankle, belly over the thigh, forehead down. Breathing into the back of the right leg. Holding there. Oh my, that feels really lovely. Breath moves into the back of the right leg. Oh, yes. And then slowly roll up. That's an important maneuver to learn how to slowly roll up. Feel your hips turn a little bit to the left. You can even turn the left toes out and the right toes in a little bit. And then hands dropping down the leg. Hands on the ankle or blocks. Belly over that left thigh, forehead down. Breathing into the back of the leg. Relax the head. See if you can find some stretch and an opening into even, the joints of the neck. Oh, feels so good. Okay, slowly roll up, vertebrae by vertebrae. Step the feet together. Let's do a little bit of the inner thigh. So Victoria, you can always use a chair if you have a chair, or use your couch. We're going to keep the feet wide, and you can take your hand or forearm to the couch and then bend and straighten the right knee. If you have, if you can take your hand to the floor, that's great. Oh, you know what? We can just do both hands on the floor, both hands move to the right. Right knee bends and straightens. This is for the inner left thigh. Oh, wow. Oh, breathing into that. Yes, 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 yes. And, oh gosh, that feels so good. Okay, walk your hands a little bit to the left. Now as your left knee bends and straightens, breathe into the inner right thigh. Oh gosh, that just feels so good. They're tight. The next time we're going to do it, we're going to twist. Walk your hands to the right, or use your chair would be great, because a chair is more firm. So it could be forearm on that chair, and then you're twisting to the right. That should give you, you're holding the tension to the inner left thigh, right? So it's that pose where we're twisting, and then we're holding that, and I'm bending and straightening my right knee. I know you know that one, Michelle. Yeah, good. So hold the twist, look down, and then just bend and straighten. Yes, it should be pretty strong in that inner left thigh. Oh, it feels so good. Walk your hands to the right, to the left. Right hand is down, twisting the chest, and then I'm bending and straightening, keeping the chest open in that twist, and then I'm getting an inner right thigh stretch. Oh, it feels so good. Okay. Relax the head, just fall forward and down. Now in this forward bend, see if you can lean your hips back. That's going to give you a little bit more hamstring stretch. I'm walking my fingertips forward, and I'm just really allowing my weight to pull back as I grip my fingertips onto the rug. That's an option. If you're just hanging with gravity, that's great. Oh yeah, nice. Breathing into that. So your weight is really pulling back. And as you pull back, that's going to give you some great stretch into the back of the legs. All right. Let's slowly bend the knees, and we'll slowly roll up vertebrae by vertebrae. Come all the way up to standing. One more let's do the variation on triangle, and then we'll do some seated poses. I want to have you step your feet not too far apart. Right toes turn out completely, and left toes turn in. Hands to the hips, but turn the hips to the corner. Remember, we're going to do that variation of triangle where the right hand is dropping, keeping the right ribs activated, this oblique area, and then the left arm floats forward overhead to get the left side of the low back stretching. So maybe you're already in that pose. Okay, good. Everyone's in that pose. So the hips have turned, the right hand's resting somewhere on the right leg, not too far. And the left arm is floating up and overhead. Breathe into the left side of the low back. Relax the head. Oh, gosh. Let your hip curl over that's where I need it. This gets in that QL, the quadratus, or the erectors, the left side of the low back. We're breathing into that stretch. Head relaxes. All right, slowly come up. Oh, that area is so tight for me. Left toes out, right toes in. Hips going to the corner. Left hand below the left knee. Right arm floats up and overhead. I'm falling forward. Oh, wow. For this side, I really need to shift my right hip over, and then I'm breathing. The head relaxes. Breath moves in through the nose. Exhale, stay. This side is different. It's not as tight as my other side. Take one more deep breath in. Full exhale. Let's slowly come up. Oh my goodness. Okay, step your feet together. We're going to come down to the floor. So let's come down to the floor and shift gears. I'm going to bring the camera a little bit closer so that you can see a little better. Oh, and there's my kitty cat. All right. Let's do a little bit of core. So come down to a seated position. I'm hoping this will help my low back as well. So you're here, and I will give variations, but I think you'll be fine to do this one. Everyone. So remember, you're going to start seated, and from here, your heels are grounded, toes are up, and we're breathing. Flat back is safer. Rounded back if you're feeling that you're wanting more core challenge. So you're breathing in here. Hold the legs if you need to, right? If you can, you might even lean a little bit back, which is what I'm wanting, and then moving forward. So as I lean back, it gives more challenge and it engages my core a little bit more. Keep your feet flexed. That'll keep some energy through the back of, or down through the legs, and will stabilize you through the core. Oh gosh. So just breathing in stillness might be fine. But if you're leaning, you're giving yourself more challenge. Okay, now take a pause. Really breathe into the side ribs, deep breath in. And here we go. This is a lot of the work. You're going to slowly roll down vertebrae by vertebrae. Remember to roll out if you need to. The feet could lift if you need that. And then stay down. Hug the knees in. Rock side to side. My cat's just passed out. Very cute. Stay here. We don't always do this one, but we have done them before, which is bicycle. Oh. And we're not just bicycling here. Remember, I want you to challenge some of your quads, top of the thighs. See if you can bicycle where one leg presses further out, one knee could pull in. Some of you could take your bicycle and just circle the legs slowly away from you. If the low back hurts, then do not do that. You would bring the legs a little bit closer. Here's a good brain workout. Reverse the direction of your bicycling. And breathing in and breathing out. Hug the right knee into the chest. The left leg is up towards the sky. Take a breath in and drop the left foot down. Oh gosh. Point and flex. Circle the toes. Left leg is up. Continue to hold that right knee. I know some of you like to press the right foot out and then drop the left foot. I like that because it gives me a little bit more core work. Inhale, left leg lifts. We're going to do 3 more here. Exhale, left leg drops. Inhale, left leg lifts. Exhale, left leg drops. Last one, I'm actually going to do both legs dropping and both legs lifting. Ooh. Left knee pulls in. Right leg presses out, and just hold it here. Circle the right toes. You can actually circle both toes, both directions. Point the right toes, flex the right toes. Point, oh, good job. Oh, I can see you, Michelle, good job. Okay, now, hopefully you might be able to remember this one. The right leg lifts, and remember there's 3 intensities. The gentlest one is to hold the leg. The medium intensity is the left leg presses out and then the right leg drops and lifts. For some reason, I really want both legs. Please do not do that if your legs and your low back doesn't like that. So remember to hold the left leg and then drop the right foot. Oh, but for me this morning, I really want both legs dropping. Inhale, lifting. Oh, that feels so good for me. Exhale, dropping. It's working my psoas muscle, which I think was tight from doing garden work. Oh, yes. Because I need it, we're doing 2 more. Dropping and lifting, and 1 more drop. Oh, wow. My psoas muscle was tight, and I needed that. Okay, draw the knees in, rock side to side. Please roll to your side and come up to sitting if that's a safer transition. Some of you are fine to do the rocking and rolling, where you come up and rock back and rock up to sitting. Okay, 1 more time. We're going to do that boat pose, Navasana variation, heels ground, and then flat back, breathing here. Hanging out here. I can't see Victoria, but that's okay. I'm wondering if she's doing it. I hope you're doing it, Victoria. or your variation of it. Remember the heels. Okay, good. She's like, I'm doing something. Good. Heels are grounded. Breathing in. And remember, just holding it is great. But this is the last time we're doing it. Remember, some of you might remember the knees turning to the right and then holding it there, or even leaning back. This is your obliques. Breathing in. Some of you even might remember opening to the right and crunching forward. Oh, it turned into core. Yes, I see you. Very good job. Inhale, opening, and then crunching forward. Remember, Victoria, just stay with the center one. You could stay holding that boat pose. Oh, yes, we're doing one more inhale, moving out to the side. Okay, knees come back to center, flatten the back, so lift the heart. And then we're going to go for lean back, or actually, knees turn to the left. Hold the leg is fine, breathing there, lean back. Feet are flexed. Inhale, opening. Opening is a very strong pose, so you don't have to. Just hold your variation of boat pose and breathe into the core strengthening. Everyone looks great. So moving with this is not necessary. It's just because I get to be practicing with you. Inhale, opening. Oh, that feels so good. Exhale, crunching. We're just going to do two more. Inhale, opening. Oh gosh, that feels great on my low back. It's stretching my low back. In fact, I'm going to stretch it. Oh, wow. Okay, come back to center. Take a deep breath in. Remember to move slowly. Roll down vertebrae by vertebrae. And then relax down. Yes, good. Hug both knees into the chest and rock side to side. Give that low back a nice massage. Legs lift. The legs open into a V shape and hold that shape of a V. Inner thigh stretching from your back. Uptavishta Konasana from the back. So breathing into that. Ah, gosh. Bring the legs together. Hug the knees in. Rock side to side. Okay. We're going to do some cobras to stretch that low belly. So roll onto the belly and let's do a counter pose for the abs, which means I want you to feel your forearms grounded and pressing up into cobra, breathing into that. Remember to lift up only as high as it feels safe for your spine. So if you need to have the hands a little bit forward and the belly dropping or the arms wider, that's a nice variation. But feel the forearms grounded if you can, chest opens, breathing in. I'm laughing at my cat. I'm like, oh, he's just taking a nap with us. Deep breath in. Oh gosh, and then roll down. Take your cheek to one side, relax the head. Take a breath into the back of the low back and the back of the heart. Could even be forehead down on the hands. That would be a nice variation for the neck. Firm the buttocks, come back into cobra. So we want to stretch the abdominal muscles, breathing into that. Great for the lungs, great for the back. Holding that shape. I'm choosing to bend my knees. That adds more stretch to the top of the thighs. If you bend your knees and you feel it in the low back, then you could take your knees wider. That might help, because I don't want it in the low back. If it's still in the low back, then straighten the legs. Yeah. Oh gosh, that feels great. Breathing into that. And then slowly dropping down, other cheek down or forehead on the hands. Deep breath into the back of the heart and the low back. And full exhale. Last time with cobra, lifting up, forearms ground, stretching the chest, pelvic bowl pressing into the mat. You could firm the buttocks and breathe into that. Oh gosh. If you needed to, hands could be beside you and you can push up into an up dog. Only if that feels like you need that. Oh, good. I like it. Yeah. Let's all come up into table. So if we're coming up into table pose, I'm going to move the camera a little bit. We'll stretch that low back. So from table, we'll take a breath in, we'll arch, and then go into almost child pose. Your hips move back, elbows bend, forehead drops. I'm taking very light pressure on my hands when I move back. So looking forward into table, shoulders over the wrists. Exhale, pull the navel in, shift your weight back. Hips move back, forehead drops. Oh, yes. Shoulders move forward, come back into table. Exhale, pull the navel and shift your weight back. Elbows bend. Oh. Stay in child pose if that works for you, with the knees comfortably wide and the forehead down. And then breathing there, relaxing into child pose. See if that works for you. Make any variations. Remember, some of you might be on your forearms. The forehead could relax. Make sure to shift your hips as far back as you can. Okay, take one more deep breath in. Full exhale. And then let's come up to sitting and take a moment to find a bolster or a blanket that you can sit on so that you can have a little bit of a lift. I grabbed my blanket and we're going to do some twists. So from here, keep the legs extending out. Bend your right knee and then lift from the heart. So left foot flexes, breathing in, lengthening, and then you're going to twist to the right, opening through the back. You can take your left elbow to the knee and twist. Oh, that feels good. Some of you like elbow to the outer edge of that knee. That's not my choice. Oh, looks great. Breathing into that twist. Maybe looking to the right or looking over the right shoulder. Oh gosh, that feels terrific this morning. Deep breath in. Get creative. It could have been left hand to that knee as you twist. Breathing in and breathing out. Oh, that feels excellent. Look forward over the left shoulder. Excellent. Good. And then come back to center. Take the right knee, let the right knee float out to the side. So we're going into head to knee. As you let the right knee open, if you have a pillow, you can put it underneath the right knee if you need that. If you don't need it, oh, I do. I want it. That feels great. So from there, it's going to allow me to tune into my pelvic bowl. I really want my belly button to be not sinking back, but really coming forward, and that has to happen from the rotation of the pelvic bowl. So breathing there. Once I do that, I actually feel a terrific stretch happening already in my left hamstring. So breathing here, you could hold it there. Some of you like to fall forward, holding the left leg. Wow. This one's a strong one. You could use straps if you need to. I'm looking around for the strap. Remember, you could just use a strap and then hold the leg. That's pretty intense for me. I'm not doing that. Breathing. Could be hands to the floor, falling forward over that left leg. If you look down at your left knee, if it's turning inward and the right toe is turning inward, see if you can lift a little bit out of the pose and rotate that knee more towards the sky. The toe might rotate a little bit to the left. Breathe into the back of that left hamstring. Wow. Looks good. Falling forward over that left leg. Yes. Oh gosh, strong stretch here. Breathing in and breathing out. Oh gosh, yes, lovely. Come back up. Take the left leg, move it further out to the side. I don't often teach this one, but why not? I know that most of you can handle this one. This is a side ribs, inner thigh stretch, inner medial hamstring stretch. With that leg a little bit further out to the side, left toes pointing straight up. So my foot tends to rotate inward. I'm going to Get it to externally rotate a little bit. Breathing in, just holding here could be a great stretch for that inner left thigh. If you want more, you lean that, take that left hand drops further down the leg. That's all you need. I'm actually rotating it out and bringing the right arm up and overhead. Wow, that increases the stretch to the inner left thigh. Breathing here. It could look, oh good, yes, like Michelle looks like that. That looks terrific. Some of you are falling, yes, good. Some of you are falling further out to the side. Breathing into that. And then remember, if the neck feels sore, to look further down. My neck is feeling pretty good today. I'm just looking out to the side. I'm bending my elbow and reaching further to get more stretch into that inner left thigh. Oh wow, I love this one. One more deep breath in, as if you're breathing in sunlight or moonlight. Oh, and then come all the way up. Excellent. Bring your left foot closer in, and then a different form. Keep the legs at that 45-degree angle, and then fall forward onto the floor. Right, so hands can walk forward and relax the head. Breathing in here. Hello, Makua. And then as we stay here, forehead relaxes, stretching into that left leg. Yes, looks great. Breath moves into the back of that left leg. And then your work is to lean forward into that stretch. Oh, feels great for my left lateral hamstring. See what you feel. Breathe into what you feel. As you exhale, the chest softens. And then slowly coming up. So good. So let's do that whole set on the other side. So right leg extends, left leg extends. All right, here we go. Bend the right knee, lift from the heart, and then turning open to the right, second side. Yes, flex the left foot. Breathing into that. Makua, you're in the way. People can't see my left foot. Okay, twisting through the chest. Yes. Good. So some of you are using your elbow. You could use your hand to twist. I'm pressing my right knee further out to the side. As I twist, I pull my navel in. Oh, it's great for the low back. Breathing into that. Shoulders maybe settling away from the ears. If you can, look forward and over the left shoulder. Oh gosh, that feels terrific even in my shoulder girdle. Slowly come forward. We're going to do Janu Shirshasana, head to knee. Left leg is out. Right foot pulls in. And then twisting over the left thigh. Yeah, get out of here. Now, as you twist over the left thigh, hands drop, forehead drops towards the leg. Remember to get creative with your variations. You could hold on to that left ankle. Left foot is flexed. We're breathing into that. Oh, good. Everyone looks terrific. Belly over that thigh, forehead down. Oh, my. Breathing in. Breathing out. Oh, that feels so yummy. My legs are tight. We're doing more hamstring stretches here. Seated hamstring stretches. Different way to get into that hamstring. It'll get us into the back as well. Take one more breath in. Full exhale, belly over the thigh, forehead down. And then you're going to slowly come back up. So once you come back up, we're going to take the right knee. I'm going to open it out, or the left leg further out. I'm wanting you to go into a wider, comfortably wide leg position. Yeah. So this time the chest is going to twist, the spinal cord twists a little bit to the right. Left hand lines up with that left leg, and then you're dropping. Yeah. Right arm reaches up and you're breathing there. Keep twisting through the rib cage. If you can twist through the rib cage and lean to the left, your left hand is on the left leg. The left hand drops down the left leg towards the left ankle. Yes, there we go. As you lean onto, oh, really great. Miriam's just really reaching. It looks like Miriam's bending her left elbow. That's terrific. Keep that right hip pulling open so that you're stretching in that medial hamstring. Breathing in and breathing out. No neck strain, right? So you can always look down. For me, this morning, my neck feels great. Oh, I love this pose. I haven't done this one in a while. I forgot how much I love this one. Deep breath in. Inner thigh. Adductors stretching on this side. Terrific. Let's slowly come up. Close your stance a little bit. So the right foot may touch the inner left thigh. And then you're dropping forward and down. Yeah, people can't see me. Hands drop forward and down. Relax the head. Breathing here. So some of you might drop down to your forearms. Forehead could drop. Again, find the variations that work for you. Breathing. Make sure that your sit bones are grounded. If you need a higher bolster to maintain that, I don't want your left sit bone coming off. It can lift a little bit, but I'm actually pressing my hip back. Gets a great stretch in my legs. Breathing into that. I know, I already fed you. My cat's half Siamese and he's a talker. Okay, one more deep breath in. Full exhale. Slowly come all the way up. Oh, gosh. Bring both feet together. Baddha Konasana. Knees open. For whatever reasons, I really love blocks. You don't need to have blocks. But the knees can open. Breathe in, flat back, and then leaning forward with a flat back. Oh gosh, that feels terrific again. Or hands down and fall forward. Oh, that feels good too. So breathing there. Wow. So you're going to lean forward and down only as far as that feels good for you. Breath moves into the hips. Yeah, excellent. Where your feet are positioned matter. So if your feet are all the way back, you can always come up and look and maybe move them a little bit forward and then return into the pose. So where the feet are positioned will help stretch different areas around each hip area. Breathing in, forehead relaxes, chest softens. Take one more deep breath in, full exhale, and then slowly coming back up. I'm going to have to kick my cat out for Savasana. Come down to your back and then hug both knees into your back. So go ahead and you'll just make sure that low back feels good. And as you roll onto your back, let's do a closing neck stretch. So what that would look like is hands to the leg. And as you crunch up, forehead towards the knees, and then roll back down. And do that one more time if that's safe for your neck. Crunching up forward towards the knees, and then roll back down. And then prepare for Shavasana, which means please lay down comfortably. And then make sure you're warm enough, maybe a blanket underneath the knees, and something comfortable up for the head. Okay, and then we'll close with a nice relaxation. So, make sure you're comfortable. And as you settle into the floor, take a moment we'll do 3 particular breath holds to relax through the entire body. So what you'll do is you'll get into a comfortable laying down position with the knees bent or the legs straight. And then you'll take a deep breath into the torso. The top of the breath, hold, sip, sip, sip more breath in. The jaw opens in a nice soft HA, relaxing the body into the floor. Do that again, a deep breath in. Top of the breath hold, sip, sip, sip. And then the HA. And last time, deep breath in. Sip, sip, sip. Jaw opens, HA. Okay, I'm going to kick my cat out and get out of here. Get out. Okay. Elbows rest. Wrists are heavy, shoulders relax. Knees and ankles are heavy. As your body weight surrenders into the support of gravity, feel as if the muscles hang deeper on the bones, and then let the bones of the body sink deeper into the earth. And then as you soften, just returning to that prana meditation where you're pulling in sunlight or moonlight into the space of the head, nourish the brain and relax the jaw and relax the eyes. Feel the prana draw into the throat center, the sides of the neck release. And then light comes into the physical heart, nourishing the heart. Allowing that light to draw into the shoulders, elbows, and fingertips. So the arms nourish, they relax a little bit deeper, shoulder girdle softens. Pulling that light all the way into the torso, circulating it through the entire digestive tract and elimination tract. Kidneys and adrenals in the back nourished. Spleen on the left rib cage nourished. Liver on the right, liver gallbladder. As you visualize the entire torso lit up, we just want to really feel all the organs in the torso nourished, the immune system naturally coming stronger online as you're relaxing. Light draws into the pelvic bowl, into the legs, knees, ankles, and feet, and then see the entire body illuminated. Your vitality shining out. And I'll close with a short chant for the health and healing for the body. And just listening to the sounds. It's calling in that sense of as we release our tensions and release our identification with our tensions in the body, tensions that might be happening on a mental level, on a level of emotions, on a physical level, that we can return to our natural state, which is health, which is that sense of connection with prana, with the Great Spirit, however we connect with that sense of universal support. And as we release into that, or reconnect into that, that natural health flourishes. Om Annamaya Pranamaya Mano Vijnanamaya Nandamaya Me Shajantam Jodiraham Vidijavipatma Bhuya Satka Svaha. Om Annamaya Pranamaya Mano Vijnanamaya Nandamaya Me Shajantam Jodiraham Vidija Vipatma Bhuya Satka Svaha. Om Vivitye Svaha. Om Shanti Shanti Shanti. So sensing your body's on the floor. And in your own time, you could slowly roll to the side and eventually come back up to sitting. All right, thank you and namaste. So great to do yoga with everyone this morning. Yay! Except for my noisy cat. Okay, I'm going to take everyone off. Unmute all. Yay! All right, good job.
Thank you, Rachel. Thank you, Rachel.
Yay.
Actually, my allergies are better in the last hour.
Good job.
Rachel, I don't know what it is, but I'm not sneezing.
That's good.
So, you again.
Awesome. Take care, everyone. Good to see everyone.
Bye now. Good to see you too, dear.
All right.
Bye.
Bye.